What's up, YouTube? We're back with another episode of What the Hell Am I Doing? This week, or at least this Saturday anyways, we're back to do an episode of Growing Like a Champ. It's been a few months, and I think it's time. I need to update you guys on what's going on with the grow, and I need to show you guys what's going on with the peppers. And I think I need to answer some questions, because I'm sure people that are doing this for the first time are wondering, when are my peppers going to be ready? If this is your first season growing, I know what it was like my first season. It was a question that I asked for about a month and a half, I think. And that was from when they first started to, the pods first started to develop. But yeah, if you want to know how long it will take for your peppers to ripen, and you're not getting an answer from your research on the internet or from looking around, it's going to be about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Once those pods hit a certain size, they'll stay that size for about 4 to 6 weeks. They'll stay a pale green, and eventually they'll darken up to a darker green before ripening to their final color, or maybe ripening through a various amount of colors before hitting their final color. So it's important for you to know what the color of the pepper is supposed to be at the end. I had some here that turned mustard color, and I was expecting them to turn yellow, and I ended up letting them rot because I'm a little colorblind and I didn't notice that they were actually ripe. So make sure you know the color your peppers is supposed to be, so you know when it's time to pluck them off, because some peppers might go yellow before they go red. So just know that. But yes, the general rule, in my experience, in all my pepper growing, is about 4 to 6 weeks from the time that the pod hits a certain size that's close to being what you'd expect it to be. From that point, they'll stay the same. They'll stay pale. The first stage of ripening, you'll notice them get darker green, and then they will ripen to their color. So now that I've answered that important question that I'm sure many of you have, I think we should go take a look at the garden so you can see what I've got going on here, because things have changed. Okay, Anderson, you ready to go see the peppers? I don't think Anderson cares. Let's go take a look at what's going on over there. And yes, those are my peppers. They got huge. Yep, they got absolutely monstrous again this year. So I have to say the Pro Mix is absolutely the reason why. That stuff is absolutely wonderful. These things have grown to about almost my shoulder height. And the ones on the sides are closer to the middle of my chest. Now this isn't good for cross-pollinating, because that's not what I want to do. But I have seeds from previous years still. And I'll try to pick peppers off the bottom, or off the very top. They're least likely to get cross-pollinated, so that we don't have that problem if I need to use those seeds. So let's take a look at some of the peppers we got here. Over here, we've got the yellow Maruka scorpion peppers. On this plant here, we've got the Leviathan gnarled scorpion pepper. And as you can see down at the bottom, we've got some peppers that are not quite ripe. They're very pale still, but they're getting big. So these will start darkening up soon, and you will have ripe peppers. And if you go over here, to this plant right here, let me just see if I can... So in here, we've got some yellow Maruka scorpion peppers. They're all over the place. If you look under here, that one right there, it's actually starting to ripen up. And these plants here, we've got the Trinidad Viper purple boot cross. And as you can see, none of them are quite ready yet. But you see how some of them, like up here, are more of a pale green color. And if you go down here, Some of them are darker because they've been growing for longer. Those darker ones are going to change soon. You go over here, we've got a chocolate bootlet plant. You can see a whole bunch in there are light green. Those guys are a little darker, so they're going to be ready soon. The same thing with over here. You can see how some are pale and some, like this guy right here, getting darker. That's a yellow Maruka, by the way. Those ones that are getting darker are going to actually be ripe soon. There's actually one over here. There's a couple. See that one? She's ripe, fully ripe. See how dark those ones are? And there's one that's starting to change. Just for comparison, there's one that's not ready to be ripe yet. You see the difference of the color of that to the color of those. Much greener. The plant in the back there, that's another yellow Maruka, and there's also another chocolate bootlet behind here. I'm not going to show you all the plants. Let's go around and take a look at some of the ghosts. Okay, so over here we got ghost peppers, and as you can see, none of these bad boys are ready yet. They're all very pale. A lot of them are a good size, but none of them are ready yet, nor are they near ready. And over here we got a Reaper plant, where some of them look like typical Reapers, some of them do not. Some of them look like Marukas. It's very weird. But if I show you from the other side, there's some Reaper looking ones. It's strange. Same with this one here. You can see some of the peppers like this one over here. That one there has got a Reaper tail. It's not the best side to show it from. Over here, we have habaneros. Most of these are not ripe or close yet. We have some leviathans here. All of them are pale, they're not ready yet. But on this side of the habanero plant, we got one that's ready. And we got a bunch that are probably going to change soon. Just to show you the Reapers. There's one right there. Different type of phenoms types on the plant. I don't understand it, but that happened a couple times last year too. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what these things will look like as they become ready, so you know what to expect. So now you've seen the two different colors of green they go from before they start to ripen. And another important thing that I wanted to address, tomato rings. These things are amazing. They help the plants grow taller. They definitely contain them a bit. And when it was windy, they totally protected them. Got no broken plants this year. So the tomato rings were a big win and something I highly, highly recommend. If you haven't done it this year, do it next year. They'll save your plants for sure if you have a big windstorm. But look at these monsters. I just wanted to show you one more time. Like, look at that. It's just ridiculous how tall they are. Absolutely ridiculous. Yep, and this is the champ's backyard, by the way. So, I'm going to get this video edited, get it posted, and hopefully this information will be helpful to all of you that are growing for the first time and don't know what to expect when peppers are ripening. All right, well, hopefully this video helped you guys figure out when your peppers are going to be ready. If you're not sure and now you have an idea of what to expect, don't get impatient. Just make sure you're patient, you keep watering your plants, keep an eye on the color, and they will ripen. And if they fall off, take those peppers and put them with some tomatoes and they'll still ripen. But that's all I got on this for today. Hopefully you guys thought my garden was pretty cool, and hopefully you were impressed by the amount of peppers I got. And I just realized the ones that I was saying were reapers were actually chocolate Maruka scorpion peppers. That's why they didn't look like reapers. But yeah, everything else I showed you was pretty accurate, I think. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Check out the last video here, which was last week's Explore. Check out this random video here, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.